Hi guys, and welcome to part 3 of the Building Newcrest series on my channel. So today we are building a house called the Essence of Green, which is home to the Wilson family. They are made up of a married couple, Travis Sr. and Candice. This family, if you watch episode 1 of the Building Newcrest series where I built the Art Deco apartment block, there is also a Wilson household in the apartments. And yes, these two households are related. This house is built for the grandparents of the Wilson household that live in the Art Deco apartment block. So once the tray files are available at the end of the series, once all of Newcrest is complete and you can download the save file, you'll be able to experience a much more immersive world than if I just built lots with random families. And there's going to be other lots where you've got multiple households spread across different lots. I think it's a pretty cool thing to do. And it just makes it a bit more realistic. Because in a lot of neighbourhoods, you have loads of different families kind of living across different houses. I don't know. I just thought it would be realistic. But they also have a cat as well. So this house is built not just for an elderly couple, but also for a cat. And there's also an area for the rest of the family when they come to stay at like Christmas times or whatever kind of holidays they want to celebrate. So I thought it was just a cool house to do, really. But for gameplay purposes, if you do play as this household, or if you just want to download the house because you like it and you want to put your own Sims in it, everything you need is on the ground floor. The upstairs is just extra bedrooms and bathrooms. So there's already a bedroom downstairs, but if you want another bedroom or bathroom, you have access to them upstairs, which I thought was quite useful. So these Sims are pretty much retired, although Candice does do part-time at a retail store. However, they both spend a lot of time actually at home, which is why you have quite a lot of recreational stuff. So you've got a computer desk, but you've also got a lot of gardening stuff, because the Wilson family, they have a history of being quite the green thumb kind of people. What I mean by that is they have a preference to be in the garden to get, chat to the plants and grow the best crops that they can. And but it's actually quite a nice house. It's kind of in a mid-century kind of style. It's called Essence of Green because it's quite a lot of green colours on the outside. Well, there's green colours on the outside. Don't know what I meant by quite a lot, but there's green on the outside. But also you've got the greenhouse in the back. And they enjoy gardening, so I thought the Essence of Green was a nice name for this house. At the front of the house, there's also this pretty cool driveway. Obviously, it's not functional because Sims 4 can't have cars, but I wanted it to look like a kind of suburban house. So you've got this driveway at the front, and then I used in the Dino expansion pack. You can get these almost like table dividers or like dining area dividers with that circular cutout in the middle. And I actually thought it looked quite cool at the front of the lot. Instead of using like a generic fence, I thought, you know what, let me actually go with this kind of dining area, this dine out object that has a circle cutout. So that is the fence at the front. And this house is located in the street, I'm going to call it in Newcrest, where you've got the 5 lots all next to each other. And basically this street is just going to be houses in this world. Well, actually 4 of the lots are definitely houses. The final lot, the really long narrow one, I'm not quite sure what to build there yet. I might do it as an apartment style lot, so it's 2 detached houses. Or I may make it a public lot, I'm not too sure yet. But there's definitely going to be 4 houses. And actually, the other 4 houses are built. Sorry, the other 3 houses are built, they're just not furnished. But one of them is going to be for like the mayor, the other is going to be for like a military general, and then the other is going to be for a kind of, like a scientist. You might see it in the screenshots, it's basically got like an observatory, but they're not built at the moment because this is the first house that is built on the street. And the idea is that you can see behind this house is like that park area. So the other houses on the street are actually much older style, whereas this is quite a new style, because this is a much newer house. So the building that was previously on this lot was actually nothing. It was just a blank space. Hence why the park is behind it. And eventually someone was like, you know what, we don't really need this green space. There's plenty of green space behind. It's already on a road, so let's just turn it into a house. And the Wilson family grandparents have ended up buying it, which is nice. But yeah, it's a very family friendly house. It's got a nice big open plan living kitchen area. Very good bathroom layout. You've got a bathroom at the front. You've got a bathroom near the main bedroom, and you've got a bathroom upstairs. So it's a very good house for gameplay, especially if you're playing as a large family, because although it's quite a lot of space, it's not too big, so everything's quite accessible. You're not going to spend ages waiting for your sim to go from, say, the kitchen to the bedroom, or from the living room to the bathrooms or anything like that. It's all very close together. And I think the layout works really well, actually. You've also got a garage as well, so you could actually turn that garage into another bedroom, or you could turn it into whatever you want, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything. But yeah, so the house, the layout is quite nice. At the moment, we're just building the kitchen. The kitchen is pretty standard kitchen, really. But it's got everything you need. When I was building this house as well, I was also watching quite a lot of Sims 3 house videos. And I think the way that houses were built in The Sims 3, they were built, I don't want to say they were better than The Sims 4, but they had a very good aesthetic. I think I've spoken about this in other videos, but basically I used to play The Sims 3 a lot, and this house just reminds me for some reason of The Sims 3. I think because it isn't so much set to one specific style, but hopefully it's quite an iconic build in the sense of the choices of colour, but also the layout is very, very inspired by that game. You have a lot of quirky layouts in The Sims in general, because when you're playing The Sims, you want the game to be quite free-flowing, so that's why you have like some kind of less realistic layouts, which I don't really mind, because actually they're still nice houses, really. So yeah, there's one interesting kind of feature of this house, which is the greenhouse. You have to imagine it has been added onto the house over time. So this house was built and then the greenhouse added after. Hence, when you look through the window out of the main bedroom on the ground floor, you actually overlook into the greenhouse, and there's no access from the house to the greenhouse. You actually have to go out the back door and then through a side door into the greenhouse. And that's deliberately because realistically, it doesn't matter. It's just a greenhouse. Most greenhouses are, to be fair, detached from the house anyway. So I figured it didn't matter too much. But yeah. So there's quite a lot of green inside as well. You've got the green rugs. And then I really like the table and chairs, actually. Like, when I say I really like them, they're not my choice of furniture, but they fit the style of the house perfectly. And that's the thing with The Sims. Like, it's not always about your personal preference for furniture. It's what furniture works for the design that you've gone with. So that's what I like about this game, is I've built a house here that personally isn't to my taste, but I'm really happy with the outcome. And I think it's a really nice house. And if someone said, do you want to live in it? Of course, I'd be happy to live there. But it's not a house that I would go out. And if I was to build my dream house, this wouldn't be it. But this might be someone else's dream house. And I think that's what's really cool about this game, is that you can play around with so many different options and styles. It's just a lot of fun, really. But yeah, from the front, the house, I don't know if it's a good looking house. It is a bit ugly, really. And when I say it's a bit ugly, I think proportionately, like where you've got that upper floor, I don't know if it would have looked better as just a bungalow, but I needed that upper floor because that is where this family stay. So if they didn't have a family, if it was just for two Sims, then you could delete that upper floor and you'd probably have quite a nice bungalow. But then I feel like if you wanted to live in a bungalow, you're better to live in a purpose-built bungalow. And I can't think of any examples where a two-story house has been converted to a bungalow. If there are any that exist, I'd love to know about them, actually. That would be quite an interesting, if it's a video or like a news article, it'd be quite an interesting one to watch or read, because it seems very odd to make that change. But yeah, as we continue with the build, I am rambling quite a lot today, but it's because this video is going to be about 20 minutes long. And currently I am only 10 minutes through the recording. And yeah, so I'm just kind of thinking of things to talk about. if anyone hasn't done a house build video before, or are looking to do house build videos, or watches house build videos all the time, I would be interested to know is, hey, A, do you enjoy the commentary? Or B, do you prefer music? But also, if you're thinking about doing a house build video, what would you talk about in your video that I don't talk about in my videos? Because I think the problem is I don't really look at the news around The Sims that much. So like, I'm aware that they've just, at the time of recording this anyway, they've just launched a new Riviera kit. And the other kit, I can't remember the name of it. And as much as I like the look of those kits and those objects and stuff like that, it's just not, I'm not that kind of content creator where I want to just push out content based on what is current at the moment. Like, I just like to build houses and build lots and put them on the internet for people to watch. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it, not because I have to get a certain amount of views to make a certain amount of money to pay bills each month, because I'm not a monetized channel anyway. So at the moment, I'm just building this because this is something that I enjoy doing. And that is why I don't really have a schedule either, because I don't always have the time when I'm off work, because I have a full-time job. I don't just spend my whole life. I'd love to, but I don't, unfortunately, spend all my time just building houses. I actually work on I work full-time, so I don't have a lot of time to just build houses whenever. But I've got a few days off at the moment, and I'm using this time to push out a few videos. I haven't made all these houses in one go. These houses have been made over the last couple of months, but the videos themselves, I've kind of finished them all off today. Hence why there's this video there was a video released earlier on. At the time of the voiceover now, it's 10 to 11. So this video will probably come out on the 5th of June. But I released a video yesterday on the 4th of June, which was a nightclub build. I definitely recommend watching that. It's only 7 minutes long, so if you have time after this video, just pop onto my channel and you can see it. And it's basically part 2 of building Newcrest. And then if you've got time, part 1 is available as well. Part 1 is a 40-minute video, so I can kind of appreciate that you probably don't all have 40 minutes. Just go and watch me building a house. And to be fair, I think after 40 minutes of listening to me, I would probably be a bit tired as well. But you can always put it on in the background, and I think that's what a lot of people do with these videos. At least I watch a lot of content creators of The Sims, but I'm normally listening to them, and I'm glancing every so often, whilst also building something in The Sims at the same time. But yeah, there's some great content creators out there on YouTube, and I prefer kind of getting involved with, like, I don't want to mention any names because I'm saying that I prefer to get involved in the smaller content creators. But I'm not saying that they're small content creators because they've got low subscribers, but they're the kind of ones that they're the kind of channels I spend most of my time around, just because I do look at the bigger channels as well, but a lot of their content just isn't of interest to me. Like, I don't care that much about these crazy build challenges. Just, like, they're just not for me, really. Like, you won't really see many build challenges on this channel because I just build, as I said earlier, what I enjoy building, not what the views kind of direct towards, which is kind of a weird thing to do if you think about it like that. But that's just what I do. I do this as a hobby, so I have to enjoy doing it. Otherwise, what is the point? There is no point. If you don't enjoy it, then you probably don't need to do it. But yeah, the downstairs of the house, you've got the front porch area. You've got these avocado green bathroom suites. Annoyingly though, there's no avocado green bath, which is a shame because I wanted to have a full avocado green bathroom, and I couldn't have that because there is no avocado green bath or shower. But you know what? It's not a big problem really because this house is called Essence of Green, so there's only green in certain areas. But yeah, going for the mid-century style, avocado green was a popular colour choice for bathrooms back in the mid-century days. I think I might be just chatting waffle now, actually. But at some period of time, everyone wanted a green bathroom. And I'm kind of pleased to say that those times are definitely over. And you've also actually got a really nice laundry room kind of tucked away in between the garage, the bedroom and the bathroom. That's the one thing I love about houses in America is they're very big. So you've got like a space for everything. Whereas in the UK, like especially like the house I live in, the laundry rooms didn't exist when it was built. So all the laundry stuff is kind of like an afterthought just afterwards, really. But I'm not saying people didn't wash their clothes in the 1930s or anything like that, but they obviously didn't have a washing machine. Well, they might have done, actually. I'm not really sure. I don't think it was like a common thing, though. I think people were much more outgoing then, so they probably just thought the laundrette was a norm. Like, who needs a personal washing machine when down the road you can go get your clothes washed, or you can wash them. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm going to move on to another subject, which is the top floor. As you can see, we are furnishing these rooms. So because this house is for the Wilson family that consists of the grandparents living here and the main family living in the apartments, the upstairs bedrooms consist of 2 kids' rooms and 1 adult's kind of bedroom. And I also put like, I didn't know they were in the game actually until I built this house, but I'm not sure where they came from either. But you can get suitcases in the game now. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I added a bunch of suitcases in some of these bedrooms. So you kind of get that idea that this is a guest room. So people come and stay. But I guess the other cool thing about this house is if you were renting, you could rent some of these rooms out to people, actually. Have a couple of roommates in there. I don't think I would personally do that. But what you could do is actually you could have an entrance on the garage and then you could separate it completely. That would be an interesting way to make some extra money. But yeah, they're just ideas anyway. That's not the intention of this house. This is purely meant to be a family home. But yeah, we just continue with the kids' bedroom. Put a bunk bed in this bedroom. I don't use bunk beds in The Sims that often, and the reason is because bunk beds, for me, the whole purpose of a bunk bed is they're designed to go in really small bedrooms. And often when I build houses in this game, the bedrooms are quite big. So I think a bunk bed just looks a bit odd in a big bedroom because I can't see the point of having a bunk bed in a massive bedroom, if that makes sense. And personally, like, I'm not a big fan of bunk beds anyway. I don't think they're very, I don't know, maybe when I was a kid I liked them, but nowadays it's not my choice really. But yeah, we're just coming into the screenshots now, so we're going to wrap up this video. If you enjoyed the video, then please drop me a like and a comment and a subscribe. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, which will be part 4 of the new Chris builds. Cheers guys, bye.